Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Cape Coral Talk Radio. It is a Thursday night, and we are live in Cape Coral at Sage on 47th for a special event. And we're going to tell you more about the event. But first, I wanted to tell you who this person is standing next to me. His name is Ralph. He's the owner of this restaurant. Ralph, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Doing great. We appreciate you guys having this event here and having us here to help kick it off. The event actually starts at 6 o'clock, and it's a fundraiser for All Abilities Play. And before we get to that, tell us a little bit about your restaurant here.
Yeah, so Sage on 47th is nearly, 3 years old in April this year. We are located between Dixie Roadhouse and Rackham Billiards on 47th Terrace. We are a locally owned, family, casual vibe. People ask us all the time, what kind of menu is it? Is it Italian? Is it French? It's worldly, but most importantly, it's not frozen food. We tend to lean as more of snobbish when it comes to our ingredients, both in the kitchen and at our craft cocktail bar with two of the best mixologists in the area.
Now, you before we started, you said you've been doing this for 34 years.
36
years. What is that all about? Like, what? Tell us a little bit about your travels to get here, to wind up here.
Well, chronologically, let's see. We can go backwards in time. Most recently, Rum Runners down in Cape Harbor, The Joint, which is now Fathoms, Run-A-Grounds, which is now French Press, Cork Soakers on 47th. Before that would have been Bistro 41 in the Bell Tower Mall.
Wow.
That's about 27 years.
Is it ownership or as a chef or what?
Chef is my background. Ownership for the last 30 of that. Yeah, 29 probably. It's hard to remember when you have a 10-year-old daughter named Sage.
Is that why you named this restaurant?
That's why the hair went white. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it is. That's why we named this Sage.
So what got you into the restaurant business?
Man, I fell in love at the age, I graduated high school at 17, started working in the kitchen at 18, lied my way into an interview as a prep cook. And from that point on, I hit the ground running and had this incredible birth of passion for the food service industry and creation of food.
And dealing with people and customers, sometimes I'm sure most of the time it's good, but
sure,
it's a hard thing to do for 36 years.
It is, but ultimately, most experiences we have with the guest are the look in their eye after the presentation gets them, and then the quality of the product and the flavor. We're a local hangout. Yes, season affects us through tourism, which is great, but it's our year-round local traffic that really, really keeps us going.
Now, in this restaurant, how many people can you seat? It looks like you got two levels here, and
we can legally.
Yes, let's stick to legally.
Legally, we can seat 150 people. Sometimes often it's less. Sometimes it's more. Events like tonight, we're clearly overbooked because it's a great cause with All Abilities Play. Last minute RSVPs was awesome.
Nice.
Very stressful. But we managed to get everyone in. Right now we're at 110 people.
And you do live music? And
we do, yeah. Tuesdays live music. Let's see. Sunday brunch, we have live entertainment and pop-ups. The best thing is really follow us on any of the social media platforms. You'll be able to see the randomness of events that we create. Super Bowl clearly this Sunday, so we don't have much going on. But the following Sunday, for instance, we'll have a pop-up permanent jewelry artist in the dining room for Sunday brunch and live entertainment. Best espresso martini in town and the most abstract brunch menu you've ever seen.
What do you got for beer back there?
Beers, cold.
Very cold.
Very
That's
cold.
Good, yeah. You just leave them outside tonight.
Yeah, well, most nights. Yeah. For 28 days out of every year, we get a decent weather pattern.
Yeah. So the menu, what do people love? I'm sure they love the entire menu, but what is I got to go get this at Sage?
Obviously, looking at certain product mix sales reports shows a higher, top 3, top 5. Our chef specials change nightly, and they are unbelievable.
Well, like tonight, what's the specials?
Tonight we have ossobuco. Oh, tonight's a little different because of the event. But we do have an ossobuco tonight. We also have an escargot souffle, wrapped in puff pastry, saute. It's a delicacy. It really is.
Now, how tough is it for you to compete in this area? I mean, there are restaurants you could throw a rock and hit 10.
That's
on the
true.
Street.
Yeah.
So how do you make sure you stand out? Is it a lot about social media? Is it the combination of that and the food? Or once somebody finds a place they love, they seem to make, like Brendan.
Sure.
You can't get rid of the guy. He's here 7
he's
days
here
a
more
week.
than I am sometimes. Sometimes twice a day, in fact. It's I don't know. I don't think that I've in 36 years figured that out yet. Certainly social media has a great drive for those on social media. I think once we get someone in the door the first time, they're blown away. They're like, how long have you been here? I don't understand why you're not more popular. Well, we are popular.
Yeah.
Our locals are here flooding the environment or flooding the seating area often. And that's a great question. Once we figure that out, I think we'll hit a home run.
You have regulars that come, not every day, but you have regulars. Okay, Friday night, this is my chair. Don't let anyone sit in my chair.
This industry's tough. We see so many people, and we would love to get on a first name basis, and we are to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But like, for instance, I could see my friend Dan walk in, and I know vodka tonic with 2 lemons and 1 lime, and it's like, and that's how we associate. There's funny memes on social media regarding that, but our local business really supports us. We love them to death, and we wouldn't be here without them.
Now, by the way, if you come in the back door,
Yeah.
you can't really even tell what you're. I mean, it's almost like in the corner of the back parking lot.
Yeah.
You can't tell how big the place is just from that door there.
Yeah, it's very roomy. In fact, with 26-foot ceiling heights and a mezzanine. Our back parking lot, which is Club Square, more familiar with the farmers market every Saturday.
Oh, is that where they hold the farmers market?
They do,
gotcha.
Yeah. And then the front, also the back parking lot, handicap accessible. The front door parking lot would be most commonly known as the Iguana Mia parking lot.
Okay.
I think there's 165 spots there and 220 plus out back.
Yeah, that's good to have parking.
It is, yeah.
And you have seating out front, outside.
We do. Full covered patio. This time of year, we have 2 heaters out there.
Sure.
Melting propane.
Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you was the city organized this CRA a while back, and it seems to really have revitalized this area.
I believe so. I've been a part of it a couple times now on 47 Terrace with Cork Soakers down the street, previously owning that, developing it from Twisted Conch to Cork Soakers and then selling it later on. The CRA is a huge part of this community. They do great things.
Yeah, and the other thing is the hours that you have here, days and hours. What do you got?
Most importantly, we're closed on Mondays, and our Sunday brunch is brunch service only from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So the staff essentially gets a day and a half off, or at least that's what I lead them to believe. But from Tuesday through Saturday, we open at 3 p.m. We're open later on Friday and Saturday night. We close at 9 during the weekdays. Happy hour from 3 to 6, Tuesday through Friday as well.
How has this season been so far?
It's interesting. You could look at the numbers or you could look at the feeling. I feel like this is going to be a great season. The previous 2 seasons have been a little flat.
Okay.
I think industry-wide. Maybe a lot of PTSD rather from the storms. Right. 3 major storms that most have never seen in Florida. I've been here 46 years, and we hear it every year. Oh, the surge. Oh, Ian brought the surge.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it was on the beach, too. Everybody heard it was going to Tampa and didn't go to Tampa, and they speaking of restaurants, they lost a few down there.
All of them.
Yeah, pretty much all of them. So, anything else you want people to know about your lovely place here?
Man, give it a try. It's amazing. We have a lot of strange vocabulary words on the menu. Feel free to ask. Don't be intimidated by my wealth of culinary knowledge. But everything you'll find here is going to be flavorful, reasonably priced, and the staff are genuinely wholesome people and take care of you every inch of the way.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ralph. Thanks
Thank you,
a lot
sir.
for having us.
My
We
pleasure.
appreciate it, and good luck tonight with this
Thank you very
event. We
much.
appreciate it. All right, Ralph is the owner of Sage on 47th, and we're 2 doors down from Hooked Island Grill. That's how close we are to the restaurant where we do our show on Friday night. And our show tomorrow with the wife will be at 5 o'clock at Hooked Island Grill. And Joe Maz, we'll call him Joe Maz, is going to be our guest tomorrow night. We have 2 guests, and I don't remember who the other guest is. But here's Brendan Leslie, everybody. Big hand for Brendan. How are you?
No strangers to the show. How are we doing?
Yes, that's right.
Actually, it's the first time I'm on Cape Coral Talk
That's
Radio.
right.
Yeah.
You've been on the Beach Show, and we had our own little show going in.
Isn't it crazy how long ago that was?
What was the
Years
name
ago.
of that restaurant? I don't even think it's still there.
It's not there anymore. No, it's the Mexican restaurant in
Gulf Coast.
Gulf Coast Town Center.
What is there now?
I don't even know. That's a shame because my friend ended up owning that. I don't know what he's. I should
Yeah,
probably check in with
that's
him and
right.
be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
No, but congratulations on getting Cape Coral. We need more. I wish I could do more with Florida's Voice here in Cape Coral, and especially now that I'm a resident. Proud resident of Cape Coral, and trust me, I'm going to make my indent when it comes to the elections that are coming up. But I wish I could do more, so I'm glad that you are holding that mantle down.
Yeah, and we're 2 doors down at Hooked Island Grill every Friday night. Plus, we have our same kind of setup with the website and the newsletter and the Facebook page. But tell us how Florida Voice is going and how it's grown since you first launched it. How many years now?
So Florida's Voice officially 2022, January 2022. So we just passed the 4-year anniversary. And wow, I can't even describe it. I don't have time. I'm already on a drink number 2 because I don't ever get a break. I don't ever get a break because we just launched this week our nationwide news outlet, and then in a couple months I'm going to be launching another state on top of 2 more down the pipeline. So
when you say you launched a nation, what do you mean by that?
So we just launched Right Line News. So essentially it's Florida's Voice, but nationwide. So Drew Steele is doing a second radio show that's going to be syndicated across the nation, not just Florida. And we're also going to be covering more national news subjects and covering national news over on it's called Right Line News.
Right.
And then Florida's Voice, I'm replicating it in key swing states for election cycles that are coming up.
What is number of stations that Drew is on now?
So Drew is on a total of 11 stations in Florida. Our national show is the first one. The first national radio show is this weekend, and we're going to be launching with a total of 17.
And when you say launch, do you mean just a show, or are you doing the newsletter, the website? What does it consist of?
Right now, it's reporting, so you're going to get the news articles. We're building the email list. We'll start a newsletter once we get that email list built up a little bit. But it's a radio show, it's a reporting, it's the social media.
And did you get a station to launch the nationwide, or is it going to be online?
Yeah, so it's going to be on pretty much all of our syndicated shows on Florida, and then we're also picking up about 5 major ones in major cities across the country to start. And then, of course, it's going to stream live on our Twitter and all the Florida's Voice channels as well.
Which social media platform do you get the most viewers, followers, feedback? How do you rank them?
You're going to be surprised when I say it. I'm going to say Facebook, Instagram, X.
Okay.
I love Meta. Meta's been doing really good.
Yeah.
They really have corrected the ship recently. When Trump won, they're doing it because Trump won, and Meta wants to be in the good graces of the presidency. But as soon as Trump won, Meta reached out to me directly. They sent me a spokesperson, and they were like, hey, how can we work together? And I was like, well, stop shadow banning my pages. And I laid it all out for them, and they did. They unlocked our pages, our Florida's Voice page. My social media manager, Nina, has been crazy about it. We've gone up 100,000 organic followers in about 6 months.
Rachel Kaduk is watching.
Rachel Kaduk, the only city council member I've ever endorsed in Cape Coral, and I'm proud to. And she is the only one on that board right now that I would say has complete common sense. There's some workable ones. I won't say names right now. I don't want to give out my secrets. But Rachel is the best city council member we have.
We had her on the show 2 weeks ago from yesterday. So
everyone trying to cancel her, by the way. No.
They are?
Yeah, no,
I missed that.
We're not canceling Rachel ever. She's going to be here for the long run. I'm excited for her and her future.
Yeah. So what do you think about the Cape Coral political situation? How do you think the mayor is going to do? How do you think the stipend will play a role in any of these elections coming up?
I want to have faith in Gunter. I really do. I don't have it right now. I don't have faith in a lot of anyone that's not named Rachel, because they have all the wrong priorities in mind.
What are the
And
priorities?
it's funny, but you've been doing a lot of good a lot of good posts. I know everyone wants to say, oh, they're corrupt. Oh, they're corrupt. They're corrupt. I'm like, they're not corrupt. They're just inept. They're just not doing what it is that we need to do. We've been so focused on the residential side of things, and the only businesses that we care about are obviously the storage units and car washes. Why is that? You want to solve the traffic problem on Cape Coral Parkway in rush hour time? Start investing in businesses. We should be replicating what Fort Myers has got going on here in downtown Cape, because newsflash, I'll say it right here. Cape Coral, downtown Cape Coral, I like it way more. I'd rather hang out in downtown Cape Coral than downtown Fort Myers, because the bar scene, the restaurants, the small businesses here are wonderful. Now, I love downtown Fort Myers, and I'm very excited for what they did, but I'm a little biased. I'm a Cape Coral guy. I really love it here. There's so much potential. The current city council has not tapped into that potential. How do we tap into that potential? You deregulate. We stop wasting money on another. I know we're here to raise money for a playground, but how many millions of dollars have we spent on parks when we should be focusing on businesses? There's just so much. And I haven't really gotten into the whole, I'm going on a tangent here. I haven't really gotten into the whole the Seven Island thing yet. I haven't dug into that enough for me to really have an opinion on it. Part of me wants to say, probably not the right thing that we eventually we should be, but I don't think that's the list of priorities. We should be doing that right now.
What do you think about the yacht club and where that's headed?
How is it that is 2026 and we haven't figured that out? Why is it that the boat, the restaurant, sorry, totally have it's the drinks. Why is it that it took how many years to figure that out? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. If I'm the city council, I call up the owners of that restaurant. I say, tell me what you need so that we can get you back open right away. That's just common sense. We just don't have a business acumen here in the city of Cape Coral, and I really hope I really don't want to go to war with the council. I don't. I want them to do the right thing, and I really hope they listen to this show and hear me when I say I'm speaking for a lot of Cape Coral residents. You got to ease the regulations and make it easier for small businesses.
What kind of regulation are you talking about that you think is too strict?
I looked into a little passion. I wanted to start a little passion project and open something down here, but once I started getting into the weeds and realizing that I would have to rent, like if I find a space for whatever I want to open, I'm going to have to rent that for like 6 to 12 months without even opening the doors to customers, because there's so many red tape and hoops that I have to jump through with the city to get everything ready. Why is it that I have to go to the city council and ask for permission to lay down rug and get a contractor to do it? Why can't I lay down the rug? I can lay down rug in my house, right? I can do my own plumbing in my house. Why can't I do it in my small business? That doesn't make sense to me. That's not conservative fiscal policy. I would call that Nazism, because like, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but seriously, why is it that we have so many code enforcers that are terrorizing our our constituents? There's so many things. I never get to talk about Cape Coral, so I love it right now. That's why I'm just going off.
So do you think there is a loud group of people that clearly want to see change on the council? Do you think that is a majority of people in Cape Coral, or it's really a loud group of people that we don't really know what the numbers are yet?
Here's the problem, and why I'm so excited for your show. There's not enough people that truly understand what's going on. Because this is a very residential friendly area, despite the Nazi code enforcers that want to tell me when I can water my lawn and tell us that we have a fake water shortage when we really don't. Besides the point, I digress. There's a lot of people that just aren't fully engaged enough with local politics. We see it all the time with the school board. I mean, remember here in Lee County, we're 70-30 red, and we had a liberal school board 4 years ago. So just not enough people are engaged. We really need to up the education. And I have faith in a lot of the members. They haven't proven to me that they can change their ways yet, but I do have faith they can. And I do think we can right the ship and start heading into a direction similar to Fort Myers. Man, the blueprint's right across the river. You start following that, you are going to see Cape Coral turn boom. I have very respected realtors that tell me that Cape Coral can be the next Naples. But if we don't get these elections right, we're going to be setting ourselves back.
Any candidates you see in the mix yet?
Not good ones.
Yeah. Nope. So strong mayor? Or
absolutely. Yeah.
You think it should change to a strong mayor?
No, it's so silly. Why is Gunter just another council member? He should be setting the agenda and leading the ship. I absolutely believe in our political system and the way our country is founded. I believe in the strong mayor system, because what happens is then you have bureaucrats running stuff. I don't want bureaucrats running stuff. I want elected officials that we elected to be our voices, not the bureaucrats.
Do you think they're underpaid, the council members?
Do I think they deserve a raise right now? No. Are they underpaid? Yes.
All right.
Yeah. It's hard. It's like, I mean,
it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. It's an actual job. Like it's not a congressman that goes on Fox News and says some sound bites and shows up to votes where nothing's going to happen up in DC. It's things that actually matter, getting our roads and infrastructure and everything up to place. It's not an easy job. And that's why I have a lot of grace for the members, even though I'm not too happy with them, because I am a resident and a constituent of theirs. I have faith. I'm going to hold the faith, and I really, really hope we can get some good people elected. But again, I think there's a lot. I think there's a potential for Gunter. I think he just hasn't tapped into it yet.
Do you? How's your dog, by the way? I saw that your dog was a little sick, or
yeah, my dog had a mass on his face, and he's 9 years old. So I got a little nervous about. I was like, well, we're getting to that age where it could be cancer. Got it hacked off, spent all this money, and found out it wasn't cancer. So praise God, I'm happy. Yeah. And you know what? He's gonna stay pretty for a little bit longer, so we like it.
Why did you pick this place to host this event? I know it's your idea.
Man, you got me on a tangent. This Sage on 47, dare I say, is the best restaurant in Cape Coral. There's a lot of great restaurants in Cape Coral, but this is my favorite restaurant in Cape Coral. And a lot of people see me at a lot of different restaurants. I'm not saying I don't go other places, but Sage on 47th, I mean, they just have. How often in a restaurant business can you say your core group of employees have stayed with you for 2, 3, 4 years? But since they've opened, like it's just a very good, friendly unit. And they I'm holding this drink right now. It's like an art. They like make real drinks. It's like real mixologists. And then they have the real chef that just, the food is delicious.
Ralph said you're here 8 days a week. Is that true?
I'm here 9 days a week. Yeah. So, Sage on 47th, it's near and dear to.
Just so I was talking to Ralph about this. If you look at the back door, you never are going to expect what you see when you walk inside. It just looks like a little door in the corner of the whole building. And then you walk in here and you see this fabulous looking restaurant.
So Sage on 47th, without getting too personal, I never really share my personal life too much, but there was a time where I was a little down, right? So I needed somewhere to go. I started coming here. I made friends with one of the bartender, and I was like, you know what? The food's really good. I wanted to try this on the menu. So I kept coming back and back and back. And little did I know that hard time was gone because of just how great the people are.
Cool.
Here.
That's cool. Yeah. Why'd you pick this charity?
So there's two causes I care about the most. It's obviously animals, and then it's people with, I like to say, different abilities. I don't like saying disabilities because I think we're all the same under the eyes of God. We're all made in His image. So I just think they're just differently able than you and I. So it's crazy how we just overlook things like playgrounds. There's so many kids with disabilities that don't get to just enjoy what it is to be a kid. So the All Abilities Playground is going to be, that's the one thing that the council is getting right. I'll give them credit for that. They are investing in this, and I'm very proud of them for doing that. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind destination in Florida, and it's going to be something that not only kids with disabilities can enjoy, but parents in wheelchairs that want to be able to play with their kids and be active with their kids can also go to this playground. Those memories, we just take all those little moments for granted. I really think this is a cause that everyone should be behind.
What is the event? What do you have set up? What's going to happen tonight?
So every Thursday night, Sage on 47th does music bingo with Uncorked Entertainment. And they always donate to the Cape Coral Animal Shelter. But this week, they graciously offered to do to the All Abilities Play. So you come, you play music. She'll play a bunch of songs, and then you just mark it on the sheet. And if you win, you get a cool prize.
I've never played the game before. I have no idea how to play that game.
You're going to have the app that tells you what song it is, because I never know the song name. I'm not good with song names.
Isn't that cheating?
She says it's okay, so you're allowed to do it. But it's cool. Every week they're always donating to the Cape Coral Animal Shelter. This week, like I said, Ralph was so kind and generous to take a turn with All Abilities Play.
Anything else you want people to know about what you're doing or how you're helping the organization? We're going to have Nicole come up and talk about All Abilities Play. So who's going to be the next governor?
Who's going to be the next governor? It's Byron Donalds, hands down. It's not even close. Don't even pay attention to anything. It's going to be Byron Donalds. But other than that, hey, if you're fed up with mainstream media, if you're fed up with Wink News for firing Matt Devitt, I think you should be following Florida's Voice, because that's going to be the place that gives you the political news that you'll never get from the mainstream media.
I didn't even ask you about Matt, so we'll save that for another show.
I can tell you, hold your breath a little bit on his Facebook page. I think it's going to come back.
For sure.
We were talking about it. We took care of some things for him.
All right, Brendan. Thanks very much. Thanks for inviting us. Brendan Leslie, everybody. Appreciate it. And good luck tonight. Let me know, please, how much money you guys raise so I can put that in our newsletter. All right, we are live. Heard a little ruckus back there about what's going on at 40 Sage on 47th Street. It's 2 doors down from Hooked Island Grill, where we'll be tomorrow night for our show. And we're here to talk about All Abilities Play, the 501c3 organization that we're raising money for tonight. And here is Nicole. How are you, Nicole? Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me again.
And just so you know, there's our camera there.
Perfect.
And tell us a little bit about, before we talk about the event, the organization. I know we've had you guys on the show before, but for the new viewers, what's All Abilities Play about?
All Abilities Play is a nonprofit that is started about a year and a half ago, and our cause is to raise money for a playground right here in Cape Coral at Lake Mead is going to be the location. And currently right now, we do not have in our city any playgrounds that are fully accessible for people with disabilities.
No playgrounds at all that way.
None. So right now at JC Park, they are planning on putting some inclusive pieces of equipment to accommodate some of those needs, but it's going to be very minimal. So our plan is to build a park that doesn't limit nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, when JC Park goes in, there's only going to be a few things there and a restroom that will have an adult-sized changing table, which is amazing. But what we want is to accommodate, think outside the box and think, who can we benefit? What type of disability? So we're going to be benefiting children in wheelchairs, adults in wheelchairs. We're going to be benefiting people with prosthetics, leg differences. We're going to be benefiting people that are blind and deaf. There's actually special equipment that is for people who have cochlear implants.
Okay.
So you cannot go on a regular slide because it causes static electricity with those devices.
Who knew?
So they have special slides that will not cause us interference. So it's just thinking outside the box on who can we accommodate so that everybody can come together and have fun and play.
Yeah, I'm just going to move that. Yeah, perfect. So how did you come across all this equipment? Where do you find this equipment, and how do you match it up?
Just doing a lot of research. I have a son who is 11 who has cerebral palsy, and so he is the inspiration behind all of this.
Okay.
I also have a son who's 14, and it was very limited on what we could do with both kids together just growing up.
Okay.
When I would take my 14-year-old when he was younger to the playground, there was nothing my younger son could do. So that's kind of why we decided to make change in our community. So that's kind of how this all became about because of my son.
And you decided, a group of people decided to launch this.
Yep.
When?
So we reached out to the Parks Director, Joe Petrella, back in February of 24 is when I reached out to him and asked, is there any parks that are accommodating for children with disabilities? And at the time he said, no, there was not. So he said, I would love to meet with you and discuss what we can do to change that. So I met with him, we sat down, and he said, I want you to create a committee that you can help bring ideas to the table and how we can make this happen within the city. And I will work with the proposing budget with the city and getting some funding to go towards it. He said, we just need to find a location that's big enough to accommodate what we need to do.
So how many people are part? Are they all volunteers in your group?
Yes, we're all volunteers.
How
Nobody
many?
makes any money from this nonprofit at all. So we have a physical therapist. We have an occupational therapist. We have an ESC teacher of 25 years. And myself, another mom with a child with a disability also. And then Eileen Snyder, who's been helping. She's just knows so much in the community and has been around forever. And then another friend of mine, Michelle, who's doing it also.
So there is a website, folks. It's obviously it's allabilitiesplay.org.
Yes.
And how did you decide the location that you picked?
So the location kind of we sat down with Joe and he looked to see what playgrounds are coming up within the city that could accommodate that large of a space. So right now we're looking to do a 17,000 to 20,000 square foot playground. Right now The one that they're just putting in at JC Park is about 5,000 square feet. So we're going to be
Oh, wow.
triple that.
And how, who priced out the equipment? Is that something the city is doing? And then,
So we kind of have right now are working with Initial Design Concepts ourselves as the nonprofit to get initial design concept and picking different pieces of equipment that can accommodate the different needs. Obviously, having the physical therapist and the occupational therapist look to see, okay, what type of equipment can benefit the most amount of people with their different disabilities. So that's a company we are specifically working with right now. It will probably have to go out to bid because that's how everything works within the city.
Right.
But I guess there are some certain rules that if there's not other companies that have that type of equipment, then there's rules to the exception.
Gotcha.
So
Seems like a niche.
The other thing that I really want to stress to people that people don't really think about is the bathroom situations. Like right now, even with the parks that we do have, if you go to the bathroom, there's nowhere to change a person with a disability that is physically unable to go to the bathroom. So that is another huge aspect that we are really trying to show people. And then this isn't just for children. This is for adults with disabilities also. So we had a blind mother reach out to us. And it was actually her husband. And he said, my wife is blind. We have a child and we cannot go to a playground because it's not accessible for my wife. So she can't take her child to a playground and make memories with that child because it's not accessible for her. So it goes way beyond just children with disabilities. It's for adults with disabilities, veterans, grandparents who are on walkers, all those types of things.
So how much is this playground? So
the whole project is about $2 to $2.5 million. We are trying to raise $1 million to go towards what the city can contribute.
So the city has committed over $1 million?
So the city right now has $750,000 allowed in a typical playground budget.
I see.
That's what every playground in the city of Cape Coral is allowed in their budget. So Joe Petrella is proposing to City Council in his budget request this year for additional funds to go towards it. I know last year he did, and it got cut before it even went to vote for council.
Oh.
He requested $1.5 million.
For your playground?
For this playground, yes. And they, like I said, it got cut by the city manager before it even went to vote.
Gotcha.
So we're hoping this year it can get to the city council to be voted on.
Didn't one of the council members bring it up? Was it Jennifer or one of them brought it up about? I remember sitting in the audience.
Yeah, when we were in the audience, yes, the mayor actually questioned it, and so did Jennifer Nelson, because we also want to get state appropriation money. So in addition to the city's money, if they have a match, the state, we can apply for state appropriation money this year, later in this year, to be voted on in January, February of next year.
Gotcha.
At the state level. So the state's going to want to see a match from the city.
Sure. So how much money have you raised so far?
We have $26,000 raised right now.
Okay.
So we are just kicking off really all of our fundraising efforts. The money that we've gotten so far is just from people kind of just mailing checks, not from really any specific events. So we plan on doing some grant writing also, but to do grant writing, you need drawings, you need a budget, you need a timeline.
You need money.
We can only do those things when the city hands us that information.
Yeah. So is there some kind of deadline you've set that you'd like to have these?
So, I mean, obviously, I would love to have as much money in hand as possible from the nonprofit standpoint so that we can go to the city when it comes to doing a match for the state grant. Because if the city can come up with a chunk of money and we can come up with a chunk of money, then we can put that money together and say, okay, we want to request $1 million from the state appropriations.
Right.
The city, between the city and the nonprofit, we're going to match that $1 million.
So what is your overall goal to raise to try and say, okay, I feel like we can
I would be happy. We want $1 million, but I would be happy if we could get to $500,000.
Yeah. Do you have different events coming up that you think will give you big chunks?
Not necessarily big chunks, but every little bit counts, right?
Sure,
That's just how fundraising works. I think the most of our money is going to come from business sponsorships. So my plan is to, once we get we have concept drawings now of the design of the playground, but I'm getting a list of all of the pieces of equipment from the manufacturer with a budget of each item. So my plan is, once we get that list, is to go to businesses, go to people and say, would you like to sponsor a specific piece of equipment that your name can be on a plaque on
Sure.
that piece of equipment?
Sure.
So I think we're going to get a lot of money from those types of things because the company's getting something in return, you know?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it's going to come from grant writing. We do have another event coming up March at a health fair that a person is putting on for us also. And all of the money that they get from the different vendors there, health providers are going to come to us, and they're going to be raffling off stuff also.
And so can people go onto your website and make a PayPal donation or something?
So we have a link on our website at allabilitiesplay.org, and you can do a link and click on the link there, and it goes straight to the donation portal.
Cool.
Or you can mail checks in. All of that information is on our website.
And what is the goal tonight? What do you think you might raise tonight? I've never played music. Is it called Music Bingo?
Music Bingo. I've never played it either. So I'm intrigued to see how it works. Like, is everybody going to get dance? I don't know what's going to happen here.
as long as they get drunk and drop off checks at the counter when they leave.
We're going to have some good raffle basket items, which is really good. And then we're going to have a 50-50 also. So, I mean, I don't know. I just one of the person that is attending tonight that had a reservation. That's with Lori Lehman, actually. They were over at John Michael's before they came over, and they told them they were coming, and he made a nice basket.
Yeah, really nice.
And dropped it off.
Yeah, start doing an auction on that one.
Lots of people in the community definitely want to help.
All right. Well, if there's anything we can do along the way with our show and just keep telling us when the events are, and maybe we can organize a fundraiser for you on the beach too.
Yes,
there's a lot of giving people on the beach.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
This is going to accommodate people not just here in Cape Coral. I mean, we're going to be drawing people from Fort Myers, Punta Gorda,
especially
Port
if it's the only
Charlotte.
one. Where's the closest playground like that you can go to?
Tampa.
Get out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Tampa is the closest that has really thought outside the box and has included a lot more than just a piece of equipment here and there.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Nicole. I know you got a lot of work to do. Thanks for having us, and good luck tonight, and good luck with the fundraising, and keep us in the loop. Thank you very much. All right. Nicole is from All Abilities Play, everybody, and we are at Sage on 47th Street. Please come on down. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying that because I think they sold well, they didn't sell, but you had to make a reservation. So if you're going to come down, you might want to call first and see if anybody dropped out, and help them raise money for All Abilities Play. The Music Bingo. Don't they call that Singo? Is that a different thing? Is Singo a different thing? It all starts at 6 o'clock. You can come in the back door, you can come in the front door, or you can drop down from a helicopter, I guess, on the roof. No, I don't think you should do that. But they're going to be here from 6 to 8 o'clock. All right, everybody, we'll be back at Hooked Island Grill tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, our happy hour show at Hooked Island Grill, which is actually only 2 doors down here on 47th. And we appreciate Ralph and Brendan and Nicole coming on the show. And we will see you tomorrow night live from Hooked Island Grill. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.